Y estamos acá en la cancha, estamos en el Bernabéu donde viene Messi con la pelota, lo ve a Ronaldinho, la pide Ronaldinho, gol.
Olha chance, olha gol, golaço!
¡Qué golazo!
Episode 65. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it to 65 episodes. That means there are only 5 or 4 or 7 people that made it with me. Thank you very much for making it to 65 episodes. If you cheated and you only did like 20, go back and hear from the beginning all the way till now. Guys, welcome to episode 65. Let's jump right straight into it. Let's, again, as we've been doing the past few episodes, we've been going up and doing Champions League update, Europa League update, CONCACAF Champions League update, and Copa Libertadores. So let's go over it. This week, Manchester City will host Schalke on Tuesday. They lead the aggregate 3-2. Now, it's huge for Manchester City because they have 3 away goals. If you guys remember that game, Schalke was winning 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. And then City came back. Or was it 2? I think it was 1-1 and then 2-1. And then City came back and won 3-2. And that was... Those are huge away goals. I mean, that's a huge advantage. If City go home... No, City will go home. And if they just get 1 goal... I mean, if they just finish 1-0, that's it. I mean, they're set. They're done. That's it. Like, so it's a huge. I mean, it's not that big of a mountain for Schalke to climb compared to, say, Real Madrid, Ajax, or Man United, PSG. Excuse me, but it's a huge advantage for City. So let's see if Schalke, come back. I don't want to underestimate Schalke, but from what I'm seeing, it seems like Man City have the upper hand on this one. Then we have Juventus or Atletico traveling to Italy to face Juventus. Now Atletico have the two home goals. Okay, so it was good that they kept a clean sheet, so that they can they can go into Italy comfortably. Godin scored it, and then what's his name? Jimenez, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Jimenez. Was it Jimenez? I can't remember. But I think it was Jimenez. I think it was Jimenez who ended up yeah, Jose Maria Jimenez. Alright, so it was Godin, and sorry I'm kind of distracted because I'm trying to share this live video from Facebook. Just give me 1 second. Episode. No. Check out episode 65 live. What are you doing? What the hell's wrong with my computer? Live now. Well, no. Okay, posted. Good. We're done with that. Back to Champions League. So yeah, Juventus host Atletico this upcoming Tuesday. The question is, can Juventus come back? With all these comebacks that's been happening, Ajax, Porto, Manchester United. Who was the other one? Oh, no, Dortmund didn't come back. So they were the only team that didn't come back. But can Juventus come back? I think so. But Atletico is strong. I mean, you see how they played against Juventus. Atletico, they're really big on showing up against big teams. Not all the time, but a majority of the time, Atletico are showing up against the bigger teams. And like you saw against Juventus, we all look at Juventus as like, holy shit, they're a big team. You got to watch out for them, especially with hold on, I'm gonna get to this guy's comment right now. I forgot what I was saying. All right, Shofu Lejo's on here with us, and he's saying that the Boca jersey would look good with Shofu Lejo. Right here, this jersey. Oh, on IG Live Interface. Well, that's the first time. Anyway, so yeah, we all look at Juventus as this big elite team, and Atletico, they are a big team as well, but with the addition of Ronaldo, you automatically look at Juventus as, oh my God, you got to be careful. And then with all these other additions, João Cancelo, Douglas Costa, Dybala, Mandzukic, Matuidi, the other guy, Bosnian guy, Pjanic, or I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's going to be a tough game. I honestly can't predict. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say I have a feeling because, no, then I'd be lying to myself. Or to you guys, I mean. It seems like with all these comebacks that it's a possibility that Juventus can be inspired by this and be like, all right, go in. But then again, you look at that and you're like, they're a team that you don't want to fuck with. You don't want to fuck with. Their defense is solid. They're tight. You don't want to fuck with them. So I honestly don't know. I mean, I could see a comeback, but at the same time, I could also see Atleti just holding it down and possibly ending a 0-0 or even getting an away goal. And that would be huge for them. That would be huge because then Juventus really would have to score 4 goals. Instead, yeah, right? Wait. Yeah. No. Yeah, they would have to score 4 goals. Because if they scored 3, it's leveled, Atletico would go in. Wednesday, Liverpool traveled to Bayern Munich. And as of right now, it's 0-0. Who knows what's going to happen? I personally think that they're tired, because they're they're really fighting for 2 major trophies. Excuse me. Carabao Cup is done. Manchester City won it. If I'm not mistaken, they were eliminated from the FA Cup. Right? I'm pretty sure they were. Yeah, they were eliminated from the FA Cup. So now they're focusing on Champions League and Premier League. Premier League, they were in the fucking lead. They were in the lead. Let's check the standings right now in the Premier League. Premier League right now, if I'm not mistaken, City leading. Yeah, City leading with 74 points. Liverpool trailing by 1 point. It's because now that I'm looking at it, Liverpool tied so many times. You know how many points is that? That's what? That's 14 points that they could have had. An extra 14 points. And City lost more. City lost 4 games. And they're still, like, it blows my mind and it bothers me because Liverpool were right there. They were right there, man. And Bayern Munich, this one. Bayern Munich, look at them. They're fucking hungry, man. Look at Bayern Munich right now. Look, now that they have the advantage, where's the Bundesliga? God damn it. Oh, I got it. Okay, Bundesliga standings. Dortmund was in first, another one. Bundesliga and Premier League right now are very, very interesting because Dortmund and Liverpool, which is coincidence, Klopp's former team and Klopp's current team, both had the lead. Not by far, but they had the lead in a couple points. Now, City is above by 1 point, and Bayern right now is above only by the goal differential. Look at the goal differential. Bayern has 35. Dortmund has 33. This shit is mind-blowing, bro. So as you can see, it honestly, how I'm looking at it is Liverpool are not the, how do I say? Okay, Bayern right now are the favorites. There we go. There we go. Bayern are the favorites right now for this tie. Me personally, I think they're the favorites because look at how hungry they are in the Bundesliga. Okay, they're back on top. Only by goal differential. Okay, they're only winning by goal differential. But even so, they're on top. They don't want to lose anything. Okay, look, so all that hunger that's coming from the Bundesliga, they're going to bring that shit right back because now they have a boost of confidence. So look how they're going to go into the Champions League facing Liverpool. They're going to, I don't want to jinx it, but they're probably going to demolish Liverpool. I mean, if Liverpool don't wake up, I understand Liverpool won today, right? They won, if I'm not mistaken, 4-2 against Burnley. Yeah, they won 4-2 against Burnley. Okay, that's a great, warning, I guess you could say, to Bayern Munich. But even so, it's like Bayern Munich, they're hungry right now. They're hungry and they're big, and they're not that they're back to their best, but they're rising. They're a rising team right now. So I don't know about that game. The other game, the last game, is going to be Barcelona hosting Lyon. Again, that was another game that ended up 0-0 in the first leg. So who knows? I mean, I've been paying attention more to Barcelona, obviously, because I'm a fan of Barcelona, and I've been paying attention to them. And I did not look up La Liga. So let me see La Liga. I know Barcelona's leading, but even though yesterday actually they gave us a shock, I know they gave me a shock. Barcelona is up top with 63 points. Atletico is with 56. Barcelona kind of scared the shit out of me yesterday because Rayo Vallecano was winning 1-0 and then Barca came back 3-1. So they can't let up. They can't really let this up, because if not, it's going to be really tough. Because, again, there's only one game left. They have to win this game. They have to win. And on top of that, they can't let Lyon score, because Lyon, if they score, it's an away goal for Lyon, and that's an upper hand. That's the upper hand for them. In the past few games, Lyon hasn't done too bad. Yesterday they tied 2-2 against Strasbourg. They won the other day, last Sunday, 5-1 to Toulouse. They lost to Monaco, which is a bit shocking. Now that Monaco is, iffy. They won against Guingamp 2-1. So they're having a good run. They're not, oh my god, be afraid, but they're I know for a fact they're not gonna go into the Camp Nou thinking they're gonna win, but I know they're gonna go in confident and strong enough to be like, we got to do our very best to knock Barcelona out, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. I promise you that they will go into the Camp Nou and give Barcelona a big headache. So I honestly don't know how that tie will end up, but catch it. Excuse me. Wednesday, both these games, Liverpool versus Bayern Munich, and Barcelona versus Lyon. Tuesday at 4:00, so do not miss it. Or 3:40 p.m. I don't know, Eastern time, whatever. And then Manchester City versus Schalke, Juventus, and Atletico. This is Tuesday at 3:40. Is it 3:45 or is it 2:40? 2:45. I don't know. Just don't miss it, okay? Don't miss it, because this is the last set of games for the round of 16. If I'm not mistaken, this Friday coming up will be the draw for the quarterfinals. And then after that, after the quarterfinals, there won't be any draws. It'll just be, brackets. So it'll break down and you'll know exactly who you face. The Europa League, big shocker. A lot of shockers. The first one isn't a shocker. Chelsea defeated Dynamo Kyiv 2-0, so that's a huge boost for them. Hello, we have Evelyn Cruz and Christian O'Connor joining us. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Let's look up the Europa League, because I did jot down the scores, but I want to... Okay, so Chelsea was home. Oh, I said 2-0? Oh, shit, I wrote it wrong. Okay, well, Chelsea was home 3-0. That's huge because they kept the clean sheet. Okay, they did not let an away goal come in, so that's great for Chelsea. Now they got to go away, and Dynamo has to come up with 3 goals to tie at least, or if not, go to 4 goals to eliminate Chelsea, which I doubt, because Chelsea this season have not been having a great season. But in the Europa League, they've been doing really good. So they're focused on that, and they're actually one of the strong teams that I can see going here. Napoli, also another team that I honestly couldn't predict, because Red Bull Salzburg is a pretty good team. Napoli is obviously very more experienced and very strong. So they won also 3-0. Red Bull Salzburg, they have to come back. I don't want to be negative, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Napoli is going to go through. If anything, they're going to score a couple goals away. Valencia had a scare. They won 2-1. They let up an away goal, but even though they won 2-1, And now they travel away, and they have to get an away goal so that they can feel a little bit more comfortable and relax a little bit. This was one of the shockers, one of the many shockers that I had personally. Dynamo Zagreb won away. Won home 1-0 against Benfica. I did not think Dynamo Zagreb was even going to come close to even defeating Benfica. If anything, a tie, at least I was expecting. But I was not expecting what do you call it? I was not expecting a loss for Benfica. Out of all people, Benfica did not see it coming. Vale Sanchez, Boca Juniors jersey. Come on, man. Boca Juniors, right here. Boca Juniors all day, bro. I'm not Argentinian. I do not like Argentina. But when it comes to the Argentina League, Boca Juniors all day, every day, bro. Or girl. I honestly don't. I can't tell. I can't see anything. Back to the Europa League. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. So yeah, Benfica. They need to go home, and they need to just smash them with goals. Score as many as you can. Dynamo Zagreb. They have to hold on that tie. Keep a clean sheet if you can. Arsenal lost to Stade Rennais or Rennes. I don't know how you fucking pronounce that name. The French, that French team. They lost 3-1 away. Now, this is a positive for Arsenal, and it's also a huge negative because they lost. Number one. Number two, the positive on this is that they got an away goal. So that's good because if they go, if the French team, just put Rennes. If Rennes score an away goal, that's great. Okay, that gives them a boost. But if Arsenal come in with like 3 goals or 2 goals, it's also, well, no. Okay. I'm making it more complicated than it is. So let me restart. Arsenal got an away goal, which is good for them. All right, it's a huge boost because say a certain score happens and it comes down to away goals, Arsenal's going to go through. But they need to make sure that when they go to the Emirates this Thursday, that they win. They have to. If not, Arsenal is out, and they have officially been out of all competitions, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they're in the FA Cup. I don't think so. I think they got eliminated. This game, I did say it was going to be tough for me to predict. I couldn't tell. But Villarreal came on top. They won 3-1, which is fantastic. I want the River, carajo. Oh no, you said Vale said he's a River fan. They are a River fan. No. I have a River jersey. It's actually in my merchandise hallway, but I don't have I'm not a River fan. Sorry, Vale Sanchez. Not a huge fan of River play at all. But congratulations to the Copa Libertadores. So Villarreal. They won 3-1. Huge. That's away goals. They won away. They won in Russia against Zenit St. Petersburg. So that's going to be huge for them going into Villarreal, hosting Zenit St. Petersburg. It's huge. It's a huge boost. Now, this is another game. This is the third game so far that it really shocked me. I honestly thought Sevilla was going to go in and just win at least 2-3-0. No. They ended up tying 2-2 to Slavia Praha. Holy shit. And why? How? What the hell happened? You guys are doing so well in La Liga. I just had the fucking La Liga here. Where the hell did it go? Let me see the La Liga standings and how they've been doing. Okay. Yeah, that explains. Sevilla's in 8th place. I take that back. I don't want to say that explains it. Okay, yeah. They lost 2-1 to Huesca. Right? Huesca. And they lost to Barcelona 4-2. Yes. And my computer froze. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, I didn't think Sevilla was gonna tie 2-2. I honestly thought Sevilla was gonna win, at least keep a clean sheet. But now that's a huge advantage for Slavia. They got 2 away goals. They're going home not comfortable, but confident that they can, possibly eliminate this champion, because Sevilla has won a lot of Europa leagues over the years, especially with Unai Emery. And now this is the other shocker that gave me. Now I knew this was going to be a tough game But I just didn't think Frankfurt was going to keep Inter Milan at 0. So Frankfurt tied 0-0 against Inter Milan at home, which is good for Frankfurt because they kept Inter with 0 goals. But it hurts them because they didn't get a goal. So now it's going to be an even tougher game because it's like the first game didn't even happen. And now it all depends on this 0-0. At least the other games, there are already goals, in their head. They're like, all right, we have this amount of goals. We have to work to this. They don't know what's going on. They just have to score as many as they can, as many as possible. So that's Europa League. All these games will be... No, that's La Liga. All these games will be played this Thursday. The first 4 games... Well, actually, the first 3 games, which is Dynamo, Chelsea, Krasnodar, Valencia, Red Bull, Napoli, Red Bull Salzburg, not Red Bull New York, Red Bull. They'll all be played this Thursday at 1:55 p.m. Benfica, Dynamo Zagreb, Slavia, Sevilla, Inter Frankfurt, Villarreal, Zenit, Arsenal, and the other French team, I can't pronounce it, this Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so don't miss it. And then from there, we'll see. It'll also be a draw on the same, if I'm not mistaken, it will be that Friday. It will be right after the Champions League draw. We'll see who goes to the quarterfinals and who is going to be sent home. Or we'll see who faces who in the quarterfinals. Now in the Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League, us MLS fans, my team right here, MLS. Us MLS fans, we were so excited at round of 16. No, was it round of 16? Hold up. I'm pretty sure that we're in the quarterfinals right now. Yeah, we are, right? Yeah, we are. Yeah, okay. We were all excited in the round of 16 because, well, most of us. Because if you look at it, Houston Dynamo won on aggregate 3-1 against Guastatoya. Okay, eliminated 3-1. Rebels eliminated Atletico Pantoja 5-0. Sporting KC 5-0 against Toluca. Atlanta United at first they lost, but then they came back 5-3 on aggregate. Sadly, Toronto got eliminated, but the other 4 remained. And we were all pretty confident. I know for a fact all fan bases were pretty confident, going into the quarterfinal. No. Rebels lost 2-0 against Santos Laguna. Houston Dynamo lost 2-0 against Tigres. Sporting KC were the only one that got the away goal. But they still lost 2-1 against Independiente. And then Atlanta United, I'm happy with, okay? I'm going to admit it. I'm happy that they lost 3-0 against Monterrey. But, I mean, there's 4 MLS teams, and we all lost. We all fucking lost. It's so, we're like, oh, God, man. Like, dude, we did so well in the round of 16. Now we're coming here, and it's like, oh, fuck. So, this Tuesday is Santos Laguna versus Rebels, okay, in Santos, or in Mexico, I should say. Wednesday, which this is weird. I mean, CONCACAF, you got to get your shit together because Champions League and Europa League, they have it down packed, and I'm pretty sure Copa Libertadores has it down packed as well. Why is there 1 game on a Tuesday, then 2 games on Wednesday, then 1 game on Thursday? Bitch, fix your shit. Put 2 games on a fucking Wednesday, 2 games on a Thursday. That's it. Call it a day. Or if not, Tuesday and Wednesday. That's it. I don't understand why you need to put it. Fix your shit, CONCACAF. So, Tuesday, Santos hosts Rebels. Rebels has to overcome a 2-0 away loss. So, Rebels has to win by 3. They need to score 3 goals. Houston Dynamo also lost. It's the same scenario. They have to win at 3. They play at 12 in the morning? 12 in the morning here. Mexico's time is different. Okay. Atlanta hosts Monterrey Wednesday at 9 p.m. Oh, there we go. Sporting KC, they host Independiente 9 p.m. on Thursday. So, I'm rooting for every single MLS team. I'm not rooting for Atlanta United. I just don't like them. I despise them. Okay? I'm pretty sure almost every other MLS team is not going to go for Atlanta United. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that's the update for the CONCACAF Champions League. Who do I think is going to go through? I don't want to say anything because I don't want to jinx anything. Number one. And number two, I just wanted to go. I'm hoping my team comes through, does the unbelievable, and breaks the internet, just like Manchester United did. Now we go to Copa Libertadores. Okay, so Copa Libertadores was played this week. If I'm not mistaken, it was match day 1. Yeah, match day 1 was wait, hold up. Yeah, match day 1 was on March 5th, and we had a shitload of games. Okay, my team is Flamengo. We won 1-0. Godoy Cruz tied 0-0 with Olimpia. And let's just make the big teams. Boca Juniors surprisingly tied 0-0 against Jorge Wilstermann. Not surprisingly, because Jorge Wilstermann is a very good, strong team. They ended up tying 0-0. Internacional won 1-0 against Palestino. Sporting Cristal lost 5. This was a 9-goal thriller game. Universidad de Concepción won 5-4 against Sporting Cristal. What a fucking game. The champions tied to Alianza Lima. And they actually had an opportunity to win 2-1. Pero Gallese, the proven goalkeeper, he ended up saving it at stoppage time. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was at the 94th minute. 1-1 it ended. So that's not going to be easy for River Plate, but for Alianza Lima, that's a good booster for them to go on to the next game. Atlético Mineiro lost 1-0 to Cerro Porteño, home. Rosario Central 1-1 against Gremio. Palmeiras won away 2-0 against Junior FC. If I'm not mistaken, that's Atlético Junior. Cruzeiro won 1-0 against Huracán. Liga de Quito defeated Peñarol 2-0. That's huge. Peñarol is a big team, big Uruguayan team, and Liga de Quito is also another big Ecuadorian team. So, let's see what happens on match day 6. So far, the standings are: Group A, Internacional leads; Group B, Cruzeiro; Group C, Universidad de Concepción; Group D, Liga de Quito leads; E, Cerro Porteño; F, Palmeiras; G, Deportes Tolima; and H, Club, no, not Club, what's their name? It says Libertad, but I know that's not what. It's Club Libertad, pero, hold up. Are they from, no, they're not from Argentina. I want to know who Club Libertad is. Because all these freaking, they're from Paraguay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Club Libertad. It's because on Google they don't have their fucking the logo, so I'm like, who the hell is Club Libertad? I can't remember, but okay. So moving on. Donovan says American fans should be a little worried about the Pulisic deal going to Chelsea. Why? It is hard to turn down the approach of Chelsea, but it's the same argument I've made since I was 20 years old. When people ridiculed me for leaving Leverkusen, if you are not playing games at that age, you're getting worse. So, because he has, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of stats, Pulisic has dropped down ever since Chelsea signed him, because they're not going to want to play someone who they plan on selling at the end of the summer, which I understand. And that's where Donovan comes in and says, us American fans, we should be worried. I listen. If you guys listen to the podcast, and you've listened to previous episodes with me, DTG, and Fernando, you would have heard us talk about the Pulisic situation. Now, my argument is, I'm kind of agreeing with Donovan where I should be worried, but not in the same concept. I'm worried because he's going into a big club that has big problems. And it's not just 2-3 problems, it's more than one problem. Chelsea is a club always full of problems. They might win trophies, they might win this, they might win that, but they also win problems. They also always attract problems. And that's something that I don't wish for Pulisic. You know, he's a young, upcoming American superstar. He's pretty much I call him our Captain America right now. You know, he's a great. He's our golden boy and our poster boy. You know, and to see him go from Dortmund, which is a big club itself, to Chelsea, it kind of worries me, and I feel like Americans should be worried. You know, the fans should be a little bit worried because he's going into a team, like I said, full of problems. You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking coughing. Sorry. He's going into a club where, you know, they always have problems, you know? And if the president doesn't like 5 games in a row, he's going to dump out the coach. And then what if that next coach that comes in, what if Maurizio Sarri doesn't even stay? What if he gets fired and then Zinedine Zidane comes in? Or they hire not Conte, or they hire Allegri. Or they hire another new coach. And what if they don't like Pulisic? If they don't like Pulisic, what's going to happen? He's going to be benched, and then what's going to happen to Pulisic? He's just going to be moved on and moved on and moved on and moved on. And it's like, I don't want our American football player to go to Chelsea and end up going to just sit on bench. Like, it worries me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we want this guy to flourish. We don't want him to go to Chelsea and just get stuck and then get benched and then get sold to all these Premier League teams and then end up going to Championship, and then we never see him or even hear of him again. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. You don't want that for your God damn it. You don't want that for your star, your player. You want him to be protected. Not necessarily protected. Poor choice of words. You want him to, you want him to flourish, at a bigger stage. And the Premier League is a big stage. Of course it's a big stage, 100%. We can all agree that Premier League is a big stage, but is the team the right stage for him? You know what I'm saying? Is that team right for Pulisic? Now, obviously, we won't know. I won't know until he gets there. My worry is he going to get playing time? Is he going to get recognized? Is he going to, is he going to flourish there? Is he going to get, pushed down, knocked down, not liked by the fans, not liked by the coach? He's just going to be sit down. You know what I'm saying? It's annoying. Excuse me. It's really, really annoying that could happen to Pulisic when he's doing so well and so fantastic at Dortmund. You know what I'm saying? But, let's see what happens. Damn it. So, the way I ended the last episode, I wanted to get into the MLS and the USL situation. Now, I'm going to leave that there real quick before I get into... who's commenting? James, Little Marnie, Bennett, Elmir. Okay. What's up, guys? How you doing? You need a cough drop? No, I'm good. Thank you very much. Don't worry about the cough drop. You listen to the show. If you don't like it, go, bro. Luis Enrique challenges Guardiola to manage a smaller club. He is the best in the world because of his ideas. Some say that with these players, everybody would be able to win. They also said this to me about my Barca and the Trident. But there are coaches who do not know how to manage a crack before he retires. I would love to see Guardiola at Celtic or Sporting. He would not win the Liga, but he could show that he can make them play how he wants. I agree with that. But I don't know if I could see anybody... I don't know if I could see any small team look for Guardiola. I mean, I'm pretty sure any small team would want Guardiola to transform their team, and turn them into this big, scary, team to face. But will Guardiola even go there? Because on top of that, Guardiola is a big coach. I mean, look what he's done at Barca. Okay, look at how much he's racked up at Barca. Look at what he's done at Bayern. He might have not won the Champions League. Okay, that doesn't matter. But look at what he's done in Manchester City. He's done a lot in Manchester City. He's done pretty much the impossible. Like, nobody expected him. Obviously, a lot of people have expected him to do what he's done at Manchester City, but not so fast. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot within just the 3 years that he's been there. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be 3 years at the end of this season. Let's check the comments on IG Live. Don't cough, mate. Don't cough, mate. What? 55 overall prospect game. I have no idea what you people are talking about. Stop coughing, bitch. Hashtag where's DTG? Kevin, how rude. My PPR. Alright, obviously people on IG Live don't like that I'm coughing. I'm going to end it right here so you guys don't have to hear me cough. Okay, I'm ending it right there. So Guardiola coaching a small club is financially is very hard. Unless he's a big enough man to go and be like, you know what, I'll take a pay cut and then I'll go into this smaller club, you know, help them grow and be a part of the history and et cetera, et cetera. How many times do you see a man or a manager or even a player do that? It's very, very rare. Excuse me. It's rare, you know. But not saying that it can't happen. It could. Excuse me. It could. It could happen. It's just that it would be hard. I mean, for him to go to Celta de Vigo, or let's say Watford, or Newcastle, or any small club like that. Not saying that they're to be picked on or made fun of. That's not what I mean by small. I mean, they're not the top 6, okay, or they're not the top 3, or they're not the top 2. They're right under those guys, okay. Eto's another one. Eto just told PSG to sign Guardiola. Guardiola is the coach who best interprets modern football, which is true. Wherever he's gone, we saw that he imposed his vision of football not long ago. I was talking to PSG president Nazir, I can't even pronounce that, and I told him Guardiola is too strong. And for us who love PSG, the dream would be to see him one day train in Paris. That seems more likely. Because PSG have the money for it. PSG have the money. Hey, sexy. Well, hello there, sir. Yeah, it's more likely because, number one, PSG have the money. Okay, hands down, PSG has the money to bring him in. Okay, and he can bring the success that they're looking for. Now, the success that they're really looking for is PSG to bring in the Champions League. That'd be a lot tougher. I'm not going to say that Guardiola can easily bring in the Champions League. No, that's not what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is that he can change the philosophy and how they go about heading into the Champions League. That they can do. Will they win it against big teams like United, City, Real, Barca, Bayern? All these big teams, can they go against them? That's the real question. And will it happen? Who knows? I mean, who knows if Guardiola... Nobody thought Guardiola would go to Bayern Munich. Nobody thought Guardiola would go to Man City. I'm just saying, be open-minded, and let's see. Now, with the small club situation, I don't know. I could see happening as he, gets a little older. I could see that happening. But it's still up in the air. Now, moving on from that and ending the show with the MLS or USL. Quick, guys, don't forget that you guys can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, excuse me. I really got to get this cough fixed. LosRadio.com. Alright, I said Apple Podcasts, LostRadio.com, SoundCloud, Google Play, Spotify. We're on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You guys can catch us there. And we will be doing this Wednesday. That we'll be at Brazil Paradise Grill. That's 180 Bloomfield Avenue in Montclair. All you have to do is stop in, purchase anything as little as a soda or as big as a meal for fucking 12 if you want. And you earn your spot to get a free jersey. It's literally free, okay? That's all you have to do is purchase something at the restaurant, and you have entered the contest, okay? MLS or USL? How do you the fan, the follower, view the leagues? Now, I'll tell you how I view it because you won't be able to answer me because you're listening, or if you're on Facebook Live, you're watching. MLS has 24 teams, right? You might be thinking, oh shit, that's a lot. Wait, espérate, mijo, espérate. Well, the USL Championship, now, tell you a little bit about the USL. USL was founded back in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. And ever since, they've grown immensely that they've had to break it down to 3 different divisions. Okay, there's the USL Championship, which is the first one. Then USL 1, which is the second one. USL 2, which is the third division. Okay, USL Championship right now has 36 teams. That's 12 more than MLS has. Okay, with 2 expansion teams joining next season for season 2020. USL 1 has 10 teams with 2 expansion teams joining. They don't know when, so that's yet to be announced. And I know it's weird how USL Championship has 36, then USL has 10. You would think, wow, you would break it evenly, blah, blah, blah. Just... The Americans still have yet to figure out how to manage football here, and I'm talking football worldwide, not American. They have yet to figure out how to do this, simple football term thing, okay? So don't question yet. USL 2 has 72 teams broken up into 4 conferences. East, South, West, and Central. So my question to you is, if the USL has 3 divisions, right? They have 36 in the first one, 10 in the second one, 72 in the third one, with 4 extra expansion teams joining the first 2 divisions. And now the USL, this past season, at the end of last season, they said that they would, once they created this, God damn it, how do you call it? Once they broke these divisions up into 3, they said that they would introduce relegation and promotion. And let me tell you something, I got so fucking excited. Not even a joke, bro. Not even a joke. Because I'm like, wow, finally we can have some relegation promotion. But it's not in the MLS. So, why? Like, I don't understand. How is it that the USL has all these teams, right? They have all these teams. Now, and maybe I'm missing something. So I'm just questioning. I have no idea what's going on yet, okay? Maybe I don't have all the information. But my question is, how is it that USL has... Let's do the math. 36 and 10 is 46. 46 and 72. That's 118 teams. Let's see if we can divide that into 3. Okay, well, one team would have 1 or 2, 3 more. One division would have 1, 2, 3 more. 118 teams in the USL as a whole. Okay, so that's USL Championship, USL 1, USL 2. Okay, they have, between these 3 divisions, there's 118 teams. MLS has 24. Okay, with 3 incoming. That's Nashville, Miami Inter, or Inter Miami, whatever, and then Austin FC. Okay. So, put it this way, they have 27 teams. You mean to tell me that MLS cannot do some sort of partnership with USL and do a relegation promotion? That's what you're telling me. And on top of that, MLS has been around since 95. Okay, you do the math. Because I can't do it in my head. I'm not that fucking smart. Since 95, MLS has been has been up. They started out with what, like 10 teams? 11 teams? Something like that? Or maybe even less? They started in 95. USL started in 2011. How is it that they have 118 teams from 2011 till now, yet MLS only has 24 from 95 till now? That to me simply fucking doesn't make sense at all. Like, I can't understand it. I really do not understand it. I don't get it, and it boggles my mind that I'm like, hold up. And then even Fernando, the guy who's on the show from time to time, he even said it. He was even like, what the hell? He's like, what do you mean the US? I'm like, all right. And I told him, how is it that the USL has relegation promotion? They have a shitload of teams, and they started in 2011, while MLS started in 95, and they only have 24 teams, yet they still don't have relegation promotion. You really need, in this country, you need it, and especially with, in this country, it's full of money, it's full of people wanting to endorse, and it's all about business and all this other shit. Why not do relegation promotion? Why not add more teams, and get that attention? Dude, this country is going to host the World Cup in 2026. You're telling me you can't like speed up the process a little bit? I know success takes time. Okay, I know for a fact. I mean, I'm speaking exactly from experience. I started with this podcast, 0 followers. Now I have like 7. Okay, and it's been over a year. But seriously, you're telling me that you've been around longer than, I don't want to say competition, but your brother league, your little brother league, they have more teams than you. They have relegation promotion. Yet, what do you have? Don't get me wrong, and I am a fan of MLS. I am a fan. I am a big fan of MLS. I watch it. I follow it. I follow and I watch the USL, or I try to watch the USL. It's kind of hard to keep up. But it just doesn't make sense, and I can't seem to understand why MLS still hasn't done it. All right, I get that we might not have enough teams, but there are 50 states in this country. You're telling me you can't get 50 teams. You can't team up with a couple teams in the USL, get an extra 5, add them up, and then divide the league in half and half. And this playoff thing has got to stop, man. I'm so excited that finally the playoff league is now, they broke it down in half. Now there's no 2 legs in the playoff. It's just knockout round. I like it. Okay, but now we need to just get it out. The Supporter Shield shouldn't be called the Supporter Shield. The Supporter Shield is the MLS Cup, and that's it. You win that, and that's it. That's it. The Supporter Shield could be something else. Could be, or no, just eliminate it and give some importance to the U.S. Open Cup. That's what I want to see. I want to see that a little bit more. Give the importance to give some importance to your domestic cup. The domestic league, obviously, everybody wants it. Everybody wants it. Okay? And then, obviously, show more passion and love for the CONCACAF Champions League. Not this shit that just happened the other day where 4 of our MLS teams lost. That's it for now. Hey, next episode will be at the Brazil Paradise Grill. I'm going to talk about women's football. Tune in because Adidas is doing a really good thing, and the U.S. women's soccer team, they are suing somebody.